With endless miles of road stretching across the globe, there's no shortage of popular highways that vie for the attention of anyone with a set of wheels. But what makes a road trip remarkable is journeying beyond the well-known, leaving your comfort zone and finding the courage to explore off the beaten path. Our search for the unfamiliar led us to northern Mexico's Baja Peninsula. Suspended between 2,000 miles of stunning coastline, this drop of paradise is an 800-mile stretch of desert that tempts travelers to explore some of Mexico's most diverse landscape. With every mile more stunning than the last, those who brave this sometimes unpredictable two-lane highway are rewarded with unparalleled opportunities, all of which Tom, Kate, Peter, and John were more than willing to discover.
We're actually here on the Baja Peninsula on an escorted tour, where experienced guides who know all the ropes have been handling all of the logistics for us.
Whether it's paperwork, planning your route, medical issues, or a mechanical breakdown, traveling with a tour group is the best way to alleviate these concerns. After an informative orientation, escorted border crossing, campsite arrangements, and a variety of meal options, the most likely worry that could arise in Baja is simply not having enough time to see it all. Thankfully, the vigilant and knowledgeable team at Fantasy RV Tours continuously make sure that no valuable gems go undiscovered along this hidden treasure.
There are a number of different reasons why people love RVing in Mexico. First of all, there is the culture. Mexico is its own unique culture. Just by driving across the border, you will feel like you're transported to a whole new world. Another reason to RV to Mexico is the weather, particularly in the winter. You will experience mild temperatures moderated by an ocean on one side and the Sea of Cortez on the other on the beautiful Baja Peninsula. The weather is so great down here that many snowbirds that travel to the desert southwest of the United States continue on south, even all the way to Cabo. As you travel down the Baja Peninsula, you will travel through mountainous desert with these beautiful cacti that you've never seen before and are special to this area. It is home to the cardone cactus, which is the largest cactus in the world. They can grow up to 40 to 50 feet tall and can be over 300 years old. This desert is immense and the mountain range is gorgeous. And so this area is very popular, especially for overland vehicles and people really wanting to explore. However, that does not mean that you need an overland vehicle to enjoy this area of Mexico. While you have to be strategic in your planning, it is possible to experience it in a variety of rigs. Coming down here, you will find lots of camping opportunities on these beautiful beaches like we are now. As you travel south away from the border, you will notice that it gets quieter and quieter, and there are many small towns. This is a great opportunity to explore off the beaten path and really get to know some of these smaller communities. One thing that you may be surprised to learn about the Baja Peninsula is that it has a vibrant and robust wine country. Here you will find many wineries growing thousands of acres of grapes. They welcome tourists to come in and do wine tastings and experience their wine culture. Travelers like us are vital to their economy, and so they want to do as much as they can to make your stay pleasant so that you will tell others to come as well. In addition to the wonderful weather, the culture, and all of those other things, there are a tremendous amount of activities to do on the Baja Peninsula.
With an atmosphere that's warm and inviting, venturing into any of the small seaside towns promises a celebration of authentic Mexican flair. The fresh cuisine comes straight from the bountiful sea, and every local dish is as vibrant as their traditional candy-colored margaritas. Thanks to the enormous diversity of species inhabiting its waters, a big attraction of the region is the opportunity for some excellent fishing. Many local charters embark on deep-sea excursions, while others aim for the more common catch of yellowtail, lingcod, and halibut. You can also simply cast right from the beach. But the most captivating highlight in the water takes place during the winter months, when thousands of gray whales migrate from the Bering Sea to protected lagoons along the Pacific coast. This 6,000-mile journey is the longest mammal migration on Earth.
The Baja Peninsula is famous for its gray whale migration. They travel from the Arctic seas up near Alaska down to the warm waters of the Guerrero Negro area. We were lucky enough to be able to visit this area and experience this for ourselves. The gray whales congregate down here to both mate and have their babies. Many whale watching tours you may experience are on much larger boats, but there is something about being on a small boat that is smaller than the very whale that you're going to look at that makes it so much more intimate and gives you such an appreciation for just how big these animals are. And you can even lean over the edge of the boat and touch these magnificent creatures. Oh my God! You can even bend down and give them a kiss if you're fast enough.
Excuse you.
These whales are only in the area in winter time, starting to arrive in maybe November, but really starting to come in earnest in January through March. By April, they are leaving and making their northern journey back up to Alaska. So you're gonna have to plan your trip accordingly, because if you're here at the wrong time, you won't see any, but if you're here at the right time, a sighting is virtually guaranteed. Now you're gonna wanna plan for a couple of days in the area because your sightings are going to largely depend on the weather. You're going to ideally want clear skies so that the water turns a vibrant teal color. And you're going to wanna go on a day where it's not too rough so that the whales and the boat can calmly approach each other for the best viewing and interactions possible. And even if you go out once, you're probably gonna wanna go out again. So definitely giving yourself time to experience it more than once is going to be well worth it.
In preparation for the trip, we talk with all our guests to get an idea of their RV experience. And so many of our guests, the only reason they're here is because they're with an organized group with people that have been there before. You know, the trip itself is designed with safety in mind. I mean, because this is a group tour, there is a wide range of ability with coaches. I mean, on this tour in particular, we have a couple people that are brand new to RVing. Literally, they just picked up their RV. And then others, you know, are full-time RVers. And so the range of skill set on a road like Mexico 1 is a bit challenging. Because as you move further south, the roads get a little bit narrower. There's not much of a shoulder to speak of, if at all. And then there are the semi-trucks that are coming in the other direction. So, you know, we try to, as a truck comes, we let the convoy know behind us that a truck is coming. We slow down, we move as far over to the right, and we literally stop. And, you know, that way, I don't have to worry about my guests that might not have as much experience.
One of my goals, and you can talk about what your goal, but one of my goals is just for people to relax and enjoy being with other people and camping. Even with the language barrier, it still works. We've been fed, we've gotten the diesel and the gas that we need, and they do it with a smile. This is your vacation. Enjoy this. This is the whole reason you're with us and not on your own. Relax. We'll plan it for you. We're going to have the spot for you. And I think coming into it to begin with, they didn't get it so much, but by now they get it.
In talking with many of our guests, now that we've been down here for 10 days, you know, and they've interacted with the people, you know, I think they're starting to get the idea that, hey, these people are really nice.
Because I've remembered in the past where people have been very impatient getting into the RV park. Am I going to get a spot? But we've really tried to manage the expectations and knowledge. I mean, to give them too much information is better than not enough, so that they do know. Like the beach. Are we going to get a place on the beach? Everybody's going to be on the beach, and I think that helps. What's your purpose? Why are you doing this?
I'm here for you, honey.
Well said.
Whichever way you choose to discover this incredibly intriguing land, just be warned that RVing the Baja Peninsula isn't like any other road trip. It's a mesmerizing journey through isolated wilderness while an oasis unfolds right before your eyes, where the golden sun is lured into the sea at dusk by the song of sirens, and every sunrise has you waking up to a dream.